I swear on my life and the lives I will take from others, I will not fail the cosmos again.
So many boats. So many people. There must be enough food here to feed Kefalonia for a year. I should be careful. High security here. That seems strange.
You're dead, Mister!
Ah! I need to stay hidden.
Need to check this out.
I'll root all of you out.
Alexios, it's you!
Phoebe,
You promised we'd see each other again, and now we have.
I also said stay out of trouble.
Which I have. Okay, almost out of trouble.
How did you even get here, Phoebe?
Well, I did make some drachmi working for Marcos.
So you paid someone to bring you to Athens?
Not exactly.
Phoebe...
I needed a drachmi for when I arrived. I couldn't use it all to leave, and I didn't want to wait any longer. So I sneaked on a ship. Don't worry, nobody saw.
I just can't believe you made it.
I don't remember much of Athens from when I was a baby. But every once in a while, something feels familiar. It's nice.
I can't believe you're here.
Me either. I can't believe we both made it to Athens. It's so much different from Kefalonia.
But what are you doing here?
I'm here to get you ready. I have to make sure you leave all your weapons and change into these clothes.
So, you somehow work here? For Pericles?
No, for Aspasia.
How is it you're working for Aspasia?
Well, I did get into a little bit of trouble after I got to Athens. I may have been a leader of a small group of orphans that tried to cheat Aspasia. We didn't know it was her, though.
And you convinced her to hire you?
No, she asked me on her own.
That was lucky. I don't understand why I have to change.
It's just what you do here. I felt weird at first, but you forget about it pretty fast.
And my weapons?
Don't worry, I'll take care of them. We don't want to scare people in there.
Well, I think I'm ready to go.
You can't! Not like that, anyway. The Athenians like it best when you try to fit in. But don't worry, I have just the outfit for you.
I'll get changed. Promise you'll take care of my things.
Yep. Leave your weapons in the corner, and I'll come back when you're done.
I feel uncomfortable in this.
Now you look like everyone else.
You say that like it's a good thing.
It is. If you want them to take you seriously, this is the easiest way. Trust me.
Is that everything?
You're all ready to go in. Don't worry. You've done scarier things than this.
I'm struggling to think of any right now. Are you sure I can't keep just one weapon with me?
No weapons. Now hurry and go in. Oh, and don't leave without saying bye. You just got here. You can't leave already.
So proud of was born to be Spartans. Their pride is the fire they fed.
I'm too busy to deal with you at the moment. Go on now, out of my kitchen.
Yes, you come and talk to this infuriating air-blooder.
I've had my fill. Perhaps later. First, explain to me your point again. And so it isn't the rich and powerful, but the gods who are the source of justice?
What? No! Have you been listening to nothing I say?
Ah, the Mystios from the ostracism. Let's talk later.
Thank you for your help, my friend. Thank you for your help, my friend.
Here, Alexios. The mighty mercenary and traveler has finally made his grand entrance. Only slightly late, too.
Herodotos. Athenians have no problem letting me know when I'm not welcome. It's a relief to see your friendly face.
Don't let the company here tonight intimidate you.
I won't.
Pericles is no king. He needs these guests to love him so that the people love him. And they, in turn, need Pericles.
You're no different from any of them.
Do you really think these people will help me?
They will if you get them to trust you. And you've wisely dressed for the occasion. Appearing trustworthy is the most important part of being trusted, after all. Now then, come, let me introduce you to everyone. They may not look it, but this group holds the way to the future on the tip of their opinionated tongues. Ah, Sophocles and Euripides, for example. Two of the most celebrated playwrights to date. No one can throw stones as far as they can. They appear to be locked in some kind of intellectual struggle, as is their way.
He's a writer of comedies, of all things. Comedies, Euripides.
I've heard of Sophocles. In my line of work, it pays to know who the richest and most famous men are.
Hermippos has also written his fair share of comedies.
You should drink more.
Lately, his attitudes have garnered him more notice than his works. However, the fellow beside him, Protagoras, is a sophist worthy of as much praise as the great Socrates himself.
Inviting Socrates seems like a good way to ruin everyone's night. I'm surprised they would let him in the door.
Oh, don't let Socrates get under your skin. At least he wore shoes for the occasion. And the poor thing gesticulating like an ape is Thrasymachos. If you listen closely, you'll notice he and Socrates are actually arguing the same points. But the wind from his wild gestures deafens him to critique.
That isn't at all what I mean.
Where is Pericles?
Oh, he never attends his own parties. Which reminds me, there's something I need to get his help with.
Vile Socrates, always appearing where I least expect him. Warrior, protect me from his amorous gaze. Oh, Alcibiades, this is not a time for jealousy, but for love.
Let's not use Alcibiades as an example. Be good, and don't drink too much. So, tell me, what does a Mystios like you think of a party like this?
This party could be fun. Alcibiades drinks like a Spartan. Maybe he fights like one too.
If I could suggest anything, please don't start a fight. Or end one.
Thank you, Herodotus.
Now, if you'll excuse me, Pericles is here somewhere, and I need to prepare him. If he's alone, I'll tell him what your sister said.
Agreed. Pericles needs to know. I'll stay here and look for clues.
I hope they know something about your mother.
Me too.
I only use the terms war or God or civility in the context of what can be observed. So I can observe soldiers fighting, but does that bring me any closer to understanding war?
I haven't seen you around before, citizen. Perhaps you'd like to spare me conversing with this man of nonsense?
Sure, we can talk. What about?
Before Protagoras changed the subject, we were talking about the next great leader of Athens, Cleon.
I saw Cleon speaking at the Pnyx. He's a real man of the people.
So, you have a taste for politics. That's certainly better than most of the elitist blowhards in this house.
I take it you and Pericles aren't friends.
Hardly. Hermippos led the Tsars to have Aspasia ostracized and to see Pericles stripped of power. Not that it worked.
Yet. Pericles is the past. He's more worried about losing a few precious statues than he is fighting and winning the war. Cleon will rule this city and return it to greatness. Mark my words.
I'm looking for clues to help me find a woman. She was Spartan.
Looking and finding are quite different things, wouldn't you say? I could observe a priest offering sacrifice to the gods, but does that mean, in so doing, that I have myself found God? Or...
Oh, forget it. If you're an ally of Cleon, why would Pericles invite you?
You're not from Athens, outsider. Here, we keep our enemies closest of all.
Why isn't Aspasia here?
Can you be certain she isn't? To observe her presence is still no guarantee that she is here.
In my opinion, it's just like her to cower in the shadows while we stand out here in the light.
This has been useless. Here.
You're back.
This has been...
A new face in Pericles' abode! Ha! That in itself is a remarkable thing. You must have seen me doing my impression of Cleon. I call it the Orange Ape. Tell me, what does it think?
I am called many things. It isn't one of them.
What do you call yourself then? Creature of many names?
Alexios.
I wouldn't peg you as an Alexios, but never mind. I'm Aristophanes, and this man is Euripides. Oh, go on. Introduce yourself.
I'm Euripides.
For a playwright, you're not much for words.
Good men lead quiet lives, as old Euripides likes to say. Don't you, Euripides? Now, if you'll excuse us, I was just about to dazzle this old dog with my impression of Pericles. I call it the wooden board.
The man is your host.
Under every stone hides a politician, I always say. And Pericles is no different. It's come back for more. Care to see my impression of Protagoras? I call it the flapping bladder.
I'm sure he wouldn't.
Well, if you'll excuse us, I'm working on my impression of you. I call it the pretty monkey. Care for another impression? My favorite is Sophocles.
That one isn't funny.
Well, if you'll excuse us, I'm working on my...
Ah, the Mystios from the ostracism. Let's talk later.
I suppose you've come in here to mock me for my fight with Euripides.
I've seen lots of fights. That wasn't one.
I really made a fool of myself this time, didn't I? I'm Sophocles, though I'm sure you knew that. And you are?
I am looking for information that will help me find someone. A Spartan woman.
A Spartan woman in Athens. Sounds intriguing. Though, if you expect me to notice someone other than myself, you expect too much. You could talk to Euripides. He's the second most worldly man here. That pediculous, Xanthodontus exophthalmic Morosov. But he doesn't talk without a drink.
I have no idea what that meant.
No, you don't.
So, we get him drunk, and he talks. He sounds more Argive than Athenian.
Impressive foreigner. Euripides is from Argos.
All right. If nothing else, this party could use the help.
You need to pick the right wine for this task. The kitchen should have what you need. Let me know when Euripides is done in, and I'll slip away unseen.
How do you know Pericles?
I believe you mean to ask me, how does Pericles know you? I'm the greatest dramatist in the land. mentor to Euripides, lover of Asclepius, father of theater, and so on, and so on.
I'm sure it's a real honor to have you hiding in his kitchen. You're awfully worked up over Euripides. You sure you're just friends?
I'm never just anything, foreigner. Though I confess, Euripides and I hold a bond deeper than brotherhood. Why he slams it with a banal young plaything, Aristophanes, I will never know.
I'll get the wine.
Wonderful. Now, if you want some friendly advice, Aristophanes cannot stand sweet wine. I've seen what it can do to him. Absolutely, horrifyingly delightful.
It wouldn't be a party without someone losing their stomach. I'll let you know if your plan worked.
Save for that arrogant playwright. I don't see many distinguished guests in here.
I'm here for your sweet wine.
Yes, take it. But get out of my kitchen. I'm very busy, you know.
How's Euripides?
I'll get the...
Wonderful.
It wouldn't be a party.
Ah, the Mystios from the ostracism. Let's talk later.
Someone's being hurt. Open this door, or I'll kick it in!
Don't mind her. She likes to watch. Look at you. Such authority. Such aggression. I can see why Pericles has taken such an interest in you. Did you come to join us?
It sounded like someone was in pain.
Well, it can sometimes be hard to distinguish between sounds of pleasure and pain. Had I known you were going to knock, I would have left my door wide open for you.
I thought this party was tame, even by Athenian standards. Until now.
Let them have their meeting of the minds. I'm more interested in meeting other parts.
Ali, we're out of oil again.
Ali?
You know they like you when they give you a pet name. There's more olive oil in the kitchen, but Aspasia keeps complaining about me walking unencumbered through her symposiums.
You mean naked?
It sounds so good when you say it.
I only came to this symposium to find someone.
Sounds like we can help each other then, doesn't it? You fetch us a bit of oil, I help you find who you're looking for. Maybe they're in here.
She's not in there.
I think I'll check all the same.
I come bearing gifts.
We're saved! Today, these women grieved for their sons, and these men worked the wall. But tonight, we forget all of that. Let's have some fun! What do you say? Care to join us?
Time for some fun. But you'll have to help me strip out of these uncomfortable Athenian robes.
Gladly. If you like, we can feed them to the god.
There's another god?
Ooh.
Now it's time for you to help me, Ali. I'm looking for someone.
All business right until the end. I like that.
Focus. I'm looking for a woman who fled Sparta a long, long time ago.
fled Sparta. No one flees Sparta. But let's pretend she did. If she were stupid, she'd be dead. If she were smart, she'd do what Aspasia did. She'd earn her independence. The smartest and most resourceful women I've ever met have been in Corinthia.
Pietera? I've heard they play some sort of role in Corinth, but I assumed it was the same as any other city.
Oh, no. These women are unlike any other you'll meet. A force, and the only ones there with any smarts.
Ali! Come back inside!
Ooh, the celebration continues. When you reach Corinth, find Anthusa. No one goes in or out of the city without her knowing. Until we meet again, warrior.
Anthusa in Corinth. It's not much, but it's a start.
Ah, the Mystios from the ostracism. Let's talk later.
Care for another impression?
That one isn't.
When I need to relax, I start to fight. For you, though...
Quickly! Bring him some wine so that he might say something clever.
After my argument with Sophocles, I think I'd rather keep my head clear.
I'm only here because I'm searching for someone.
And yet it gave us the distinct impression it was here to fill our wine.
I'm Pericles' new servant. I'd be happy to bring some wine.
An Athenian servant, you. And these are wine-pouring muscles.
I was a rower on Pericles' ship, where he took pity on me. Now, I pour wine for people who question my word. And his.
I wasn't questioning, Perhaps one drink.
Why don't you just apologize to Sophocles?
It's he who should apologize to you.
Sophocles is a friend, and one good friend is worth an entire family. He just needs time to recover from his outburst.
Pericles has invited all of you here for some reason.
Either we dine here and praise Pericles, or we dine with Cleon. But Cleon has all the charm of a typical politician. A horrible voice, bad breeding, and vulgar manner.
Let's conjure Dionysos, shall we?
This is pure swill.
Amateur. In my day, this would be considered nectar of the gods. Another round!
Ready for more?
Yeah, I can hardly stomach this pig's piss.
I could outdrink both of you with one hand. Let's have some more!
You ready for another?
This wine is terrible.
I like you. Who brought you here?
I brought myself. I'm on the trail of a woman who fled Sparta a long time ago.
Fled? Why?
She lost 2 children. She had no choice.
She fled to heal a broken heart. Euripides, write her into a play.
I've heard Spartan mothers go to a sanctuary in Argolis to beg Asclepios for his divine pity. I should know, it's my home.
After what she went through, I'm not sure she would trust priests.
Then she sought my friend, Hippocrates. He's a physician, best of the best. He still keeps his office in Argos. If she went to him for help, there's no doubt he'd have given it.
I love getting drunk and singing. Come back if you want to sing with me.
I'll think about it. Hippocrates in Argos. Here I come.
Ah, the Mystios from the ostracism. Let's talk later.
How's Euripides? Drunk.
You can stop hiding in here. Euripides won't notice you coming out. He won't notice anything.
Hiding? Heed this. War has come to... First they take our homes, then they take our heads. I intend to be found with at least my dignity intact. Or what's left of it anyway. If you see Pericles, tell him I said thank you for another colorful evening.
Being so new to Athens and gaining access to this symposium is no small feat. Though you said there are things you wouldn't do, you gained Pericles' trust so quickly.
I've made my choice.
You really intend to use this young destruction to avoid the point being argued?
You've been arguing a single point all night and no one has a black eye? You have my attention.
We're discussing the nature of rulers. Where better to do so than here? I'll ask you the same question I asked Thrasymachos. Would you agree that the act of ruling is an art?
It is an art, as all worthy undertakings are. That is not up for argument.
Yet, medicine is for the betterment of the patient, and not the physician. Carpentry improves the building, not the builder. Then, is the art of ruling not for the betterment of the ruled rather than the ruler?
Don't be absurd!
I've seen enough of the world to know that there are no just rulers. Even Pericles is self-serving.
Is a Spartan general who brings order to his troops, thereby saving his own life, self-serving? I'm not sure that's the case.
Ruling a city and fighting in battle are different things.
By practicing the art of war, doesn't the general guarantee some of his troops a ferry ride to Hades, when a swift retreat would save all their lives?
You just said a general isn't self-serving when he brings order to his troops. Then you said he is self-serving because retreating would save the lives of his men. What are you trying to say?
I never tried to say anything.
But you just said those things.
I said the words, but I didn't say anything at all. I only attempted to gain your view on the matter.
You're wasting your time.
Aspasia.
I couldn't help but notice your talent for debate. Well done.
Socrates is an interesting character.
Ah, Phoebe. Pericles has retired to the balcony already, has he? His ability to sneak off and sulk is second to none.
I can go get him, and Alexios can help. Everyone listens when he talks.
That'll be fine. Run along. Alexios will be right behind you. Now, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Aspasia. I had to go to great lengths to cover up your work in Megaris.
Your spies have been watching me. I knew you people couldn't be trusted.
We do what we must to survive, and there's no shame in that. It's how you got here, how I got here. The clothes, they fit you well, I trust.
These may be the nicest clothes I've ever worn, but I feel a bit uncomfortable, to be honest.
You never really get used to them. It seems we have the attention of the entire room without a single eye being fixed on us. If you'd like to talk, do it now, and do it discreetly.
I've been searching for a woman named Myrine, my mother. I think she may be in danger, and my search brought me here.
What clues do you have to her whereabouts?
A physician named Hippocrates may have seen her in Argos.
He's a good man. If you find a woman named Agathi there, do let her know Aspasia sends her regards. What else?
Alcibiades gave me the name of a woman in Corinth.
I'm sure he did. My dear friend, Anthusa, is the only one I know who's enjoyed a life in Corinth through legitimate means. Mostly legitimate, anyway.
That's all I have.
There is another option. In a former life, when I needed something done or someone found, I contacted a friend. An admiral of a sort.
What's his name?
Her name is Xenia. When we last spoke, she was in chaos. A word of caution. When you go to her, be on your guard. Sea life makes a monster out of most people.
Thank you, Aspasia.
When you're done, return here. Together, we will find who you're looking for. Now do me a favor and get Pericles to come down here and greet his guests.
You're back.
I'm looking for clues to help me find a woman.
Looking and finding are quite different things.
Oh, forget. This has...
Oh! I'll help you however I can during your travels.
Thank you for your help, my friend.
Alexios!
I didn't send for you. No matter how you've dressed for my party, Phoebe shouldn't have let you in.
Aspasia told me to come find you. She wants you to come down to the party.
She says I don't interact with our guests enough. But these parties aren't for me. Technically, you're a guest. If you join Herodotus and me, that should be enough for her, don't you think?
You really don't want to go downstairs, do you?
When your days are spent speaking in front of crowds, you begin to crave these moments of silence.
Or as silent as I let it be, at least.
Phidias was awaiting trial, but you had me get him out of Athens. I figured you, of all people, would want to follow the law.
Phidias is a very dear friend. I want to risk him being found guilty. And of course, there were other threats.
So you knew?
I know he's delusional, but one day when you have a friend you'd do anything for, you'll understand.
I don't understand why you had Anaxagoras ostracized. Socrates said he was your friend.
I won't risk the lives of those close to me if there's something I can do about it.
So you did this to protect him?
Anaxagoras understood my fears. 10 years may be a long time, but at least he'll be safe.
Why send Metiochos to the fishing district if it's dangerous?
I would never have sent him into danger willingly.
It seems you have many loyal friends.
My people are important to me.
Your life is in danger.
Yes, Herodotus was saying. This cult doesn't worry me. I have my life threatened by far worse people every day. My true concern is Athens. I fear for her future.
The Spartans aren't your real concern, Pericles. The cult is coming, and they're bringing their strongest weapon.
Listen to him, Pericles.
The Spartans are immediate. A cult's threat is ambiguous.
I'm related to one of the cult members, and I believe her when she says they're coming after you.
Sound counsel to consider. I'll be sure to let my men know, regardless.
Aspasia sent me to see what's taking you so long.
Tell Aspasia I'll be right there. I suppose this is where our conversation ends. Thank you again for helping me. I hope my guests are able to help you in your search.
Time will tell.
Dionysus, there you are. Everyone else here is boring. Let's play a singing game. You like to sing? You like to sing.
What did you have in mind?
One of us will sing, then the other, and then back again. We'll take turns making verses, and whoever makes the best is the winner.
Let's do this.
I want to play too, but who should start?
Euripides should start. It was his idea.
Fine, fine, but let's do a good one. A battle song?
Is there any other kind?
At the flick of a limb comes Aspasia's whim, and Pericles' walls aim to contain us all within.
The Spartan hordes outside eat your cattle and children alive. They dance at your walls. They don't rain, but they squall.
Pericles guarantees death for us all.
Oh, so bring your merchants and bring their butlers. If they be sons, they bring their fathers. This is war, war, war.
Bring your murderers to the crimson quiver. Bring the helots if they be spillers. It is war, war, war.
Collect your weak and collect your sinners. Line them up at the Farling's dinner. This is war, war, war.
If they want blood, then blood you'll give them.
Or stab their guts and let them spill it. This is war, war, war.
The stupid sweepers, the genius teachers, all just meats and juice and liver.
So grab your spears and grab your daggers. Plunge them deep in. Heroes they'll make us. This is war, war, war. This is war, war, war.
War, war, war.
War, war, war.
Enough, enough. You're a great singer.
The best. You should act in my plays.
Here, take this to remember the occasion. This party has turned out much better than I ever could have expected.
You should find Hippocrates in Argos. I'm sure he...
I'll help you however I can during your travels.
You look tired.
Only of conversation. I think that's the most talking I've ever done.
See? You didn't need the weapon after all. Are you leaving?
I've had enough Athenian hospitality to last me a lifetime.
You get used to it. What are you going to do now?
There's a woman on the island of Chaos that I need to meet. I think I'll head there first.
I've heard there are pirates there.
I'll be sure to be careful.
Good.
What is it?
She said there was some sort of plague. You don't think... My friend, the blood fever.
Don't think like that. Whatever happened on Kefalonia isn't our fault. I'll go myself and find out if this plague even happened, okay?
I knew I could count on you.
Not going to beg to come along this time?
Nope. I'm happy here. And this isn't Kefalonia. That means you'll be back.
That's very true.
Plus, I really like working for Aspasia. She says she has a mission for me.
I'll see you soon, Phoebe.
Bye, Alexios!
Alexios! I knew you'd be back for more. I can't say it hasn't been on my mind, but alas, we must save it for another time.
Whatever you say.
I hate to cut our conversation short, Socrates, but I believe you've talked enough for the both of us. We must find another use for that mouth of yours.
Speak to him long enough, and you may find the smallest hint of knowledge veiled deep behind his enthusiastic advances.
A compliment and an insult in the same sentence. He truly is gifted. You've arrived at the perfect time. I have a friend named Sophanes who wants to become an Athenian citizen, but he needs a bit of help. Your help.
I can't wait to hear why it's my help he needs.
Any Misthios would do, really, but you're my favorite. All you need to do is sign my friend's name on a little list.
There has to be a reason Sophanes can't sign the list himself.
Well, he would, but he isn't nearly as able as you are.
Meaning?
Meaning, you have skills he doesn't possess. He'd fail if he tried on his own.
Why Athens? Surely he's a citizen somewhere else already.
Everyone wants to be an Athenian citizen, even if they don't say so. Sophanes has a mind for politics, but can only participate as a citizen.
I didn't realize you had the list of mercenaries you favor. And I'm at the top?
Of course you are. Although, if you ask nicely, I would happily let you be on the bottom.
This sounds simple. Now tell me why it isn't.
There's the small matter that you'll have to enter the Metroon, where you're not allowed, and forge his name well enough, of course.
So he's trying to become a citizen illegally. You should have led with that.
I'll try to remember that the next time. The building you're looking for is near the Agora. Talking in circles may work on others, Socrates, but not on you.
The watch will be vigilant here.
You should...
Your life is mine!
There. His name's been signed. Time to get back to Alcibiades.
I will kill you quick! Got you!
My favorite.
Sophanes' name is on the list, but it came at a price.
I see. Well, sometimes blood must be shed. You were the right Misthios for the job. Now that you forged my friend's name on the citizen...
If you told me this needed to be done before, I could have taken care of it already.
Maybe, but this way I get to see you more often.
Just tell me what you need.
Unfortunately, getting Sofani's name on the list doesn't make him a citizen. He also needs a witness.
So you want me to be...
If only it were that easy. No, there's someone I have in mind. An extremely handsome man by the name...
I'll find...
Perfect. I knew you'd be willing to help.
There must be a good reason we can't be witnesses.
Of course. The witness must be an Athenian citizen, but it can't be a friend. Be careful with Perus, though. It's easy to lose oneself in his gaze.
If there's more after this, I want to know now.
Of course. This should be the last thing.
Should?
I mean, is.
Time to find...
He's off.
And I just... ask him to help?
Peros needs to say that the parents of Sophanis were both Athenian. How you get him to do it is up to you.
Είναι τρόπο αποδράσω εντεύθεν.
I knew you couldn't help but come back for more.
I'll find your...
Perfect.
Time to find Peros.
He's often around the Justice Building on the east side of the...
And I just...
Peros...
witness. There you are. They'll be watching for me. I need to be careful.
You tell Theon I'm not giving him anymore. If he wants to talk to me, he can come himself.
I'm not here about debts.
Well, what do you want then?
There's something I need your help with. Well, you'd actually be helping someone else.
That someone sent you tells me it's something I'd be better off avoiding.
You just need to validate a man's citizenship. Alcibiades said it's an easy role for you to play.
Ah, Alcibiades. He is persistent. And who is this man I meant to help?
His name is Sophanes.
Sophanes? I know that name well. I won't help you, though, not for him.
I don't know him. Why don't you want to help?
True Mystios never get all the information up front. Sophanes betrayed his men for Drachmi. He deserves death, not... Ah, look, it isn't your fault. You didn't know, but now you do.
Sounds like Theon may be sending someone to collect from you. Wouldn't it be nice to have the drachmi you need?
Fine. I'll do what you want. Oh, make sure Sophanes doesn't know I was part of this.
This area will be well defended.
You've returned!
Socrates too, it seems.
Much like you, he just can't seem to stay away. I hope there were no issues.
Yes, he just needed a little push.
Ah, I was worried about that. Well, you did the right thing.
You kept information from me. Information that would have been nice to know.
I believe people like Sophanes deserve second chances. I didn't think what he did mattered to...
Next time, let me decide what matters to me.
Understood. I should give Sophanes the news.
Do not bad citizens do harm to their neighbors and good citizens good? Is it possible to tell if someone will be good or bad without first giving them a chance?
A person isn't the same forever. Someone bad can become good.
But is the inverse not also true? Someone considered good can then become bad? How can we predict someone's actions now, let alone in the future?
A person's past shows who they'll become. The one easy part of my job is how predictable people can be.
Then a war criminal such as Sophanis must bear that choice with no hope to change how he's seen. I wonder then if bad actions can reverse good or good actions can reverse bad. Perhaps we can speak on that another time.
Thank the gods.
Hermipos has gone too far, Socrates. Pericles gave everything to Athens. Yet, we must still hear of Cleon's greatness.
Aristophanes, have you not done seemly things to Hermipos?
How dare you compare me to that man? His plays are a nuisance. Something I could come up with in an afternoon, and a drunken one at that. A clever audience. Careful, Socrates, else I make you a character in one of my plays. Do you agree with Socrates that Hermipos should say what he wants?
They're only words. Hermipos should be able to say what he wants.
No matter what he says? What if he devoted his life to slandering you? Not just in Athens, but throughout the land.
Saying what he wants doesn't mean he would escape my spear.
Then everything we say has a consequence, even if we are allowed to say it. An intriguing thought, wouldn't you agree?
If you have such an issue with Hermipos, why not do something about it yourself?
I'd like to, but I haven't been able to find him. Maybe you'd have better luck.
It can't be that hard to find Hermipos.
That's what I thought as well. Maybe he's afraid I'll find him.
Once Hermipos is in front of you, what are you going to say?
I'm not entirely sure yet, but I promise you, it will be a grand spectacle.
It almost sounds like you're jealous of Hermipos.
Ha! Me? Envious of him? Making someone sad is easy, but making someone laugh takes true skill and talent.
Wherever Hermipos is, I'll find him.
I hope you do. His residence would be a good place to start.
Hey.
Come on.
Μη του το πεις. Πού κασφαλέσαι. Πάψε. Ακαμπός στέρνα. Άγιε είσαστε.
Πάψε. Come on.
E ora
They won't ask any questions. Best keep out of sight.
What is wrong with you? Ora cazzo!
Έλα. Doesn't look like army boss is here. I should take a look around. Mask from the Cult of Cosmos. Ermipos must be a member. This is a lot of money for someone like Ermipos. Explains his residence, at least. Looks like Cleon made notes for Ermipos on his play. Everyone's a writer. Ella.
What is it?
I couldn't find Ermipos, but I did find out something about him. He's a member of the Cult of Cosmos.
Then it's no wonder he attached himself so closely to Cleon. Discrediting Pericles and his beliefs in Athens would benefit Ermipos and the cult,
Ermipos is definitely a problem.
Do you still believe he should say what he wants, Socrates?
I know not what I think, nor what I know.
Yes, you deserve a play of your own.
What is a leader if he hides behind the walls he built himself? Send me fire, storm, or sickness, but bring me justice for my city.
I don't want to be spotted here.
That's the end of you. I see someone. Cover me. You don't. Someone help!
Now he's mine. Just die already! What to do? Thanks for the pain, friend.
They'll keep a sharp watch here.
Killing another mercenary. Put it out! Put it
That's a nice horse, Socrates.
It's a very nice horse. A sturdy horse. It's also a stolen horse.
It looks like I'll have to report you, Socrates. It's what a good citizen would do, right?
Oh, very good. Although a bit preemptive without all the details, wouldn't you say?
It was a joke.
The real question is whether there is truth behind the joke, or if one's mind can be changed once the whole story is revealed.
What story is that?
There is a man nearby who is responsible for stealing the horse. I've been contemplating the proper course of action, but I'd like to know what you think is right.
And how should I make my decision?
Your thoughts are your own, but speaking to the thief himself may help you decide. Can such a crime be justified? It's an interesting thought.
Where is the thief now?
I told him to wait by the stables southwest of here.
If you caught him stealing a horse, what's to say he won't just run away?
The hope of keeping the horse. That's where you come in. I'll let him tell you the rest.
Time for a ride.
Come on.
They'll be on high alert here. That's the thief. You won't escape.
We have a trespasser! Die, dog!
Malaka!
Huh?
Are you the one who stole the horse? Socrates said I should talk to you.
Bad enough being caught, but to have a Misthios judgment...
Better than an Athenian guard. Anything to say?
The man I stole it from won't even miss it. He has plenty of others, while my only horse died last week. If I had the drachmi to buy a new one, I would have.
Did you steal the horse to use it or sell it?
I have a family to feed, and this horse will help me on the farm. Plus, I have no other way of traveling right now.
There is no other option.
Not that I could think of. Trust me, I feel shame for what I did.
Any reason you picked this specific horse?
It was the easiest one to take. Other than that, not really. Though, I did make sure it wasn't his best horse.
A courteous thief.
I didn't steal it for fun. I did it because I had no other choice.
I have enough information to make a decision.
I hope you can understand. Wouldn't you do... Was there something else?
I have
Have you decided what should be done?
If he needs the horse more than the man he stole it from, let him keep it. It will do him more good.
So, determining whether a crime deserves a consequence or reward is dependent on the reasons behind it? An intriguing thought, although I can see how dangerous such thinking might be.
The real question is whether my decision matters at all, or if this was just another test to see what I would do.
There is a good chance it is both, but an equally good chance it is neither.
Now you're not making sense on purpose.
Let me ask you one more thing. If one man kills another in order to save many, can his actions be considered just? Or should the man be punished?
If the action was for a good reason, then he is in the right.
So, in times like these, people like us get to determine the law. Many would believe a murder still deserves consequence.
The people whose lives were saved would disagree.
Then perhaps making choices that affect the most people for good is a correct path. Wouldn't you agree?
Are we done yet? I can't stay here all day.
Of course you can't. It's a luxury few can afford. Even those with the time for it often lack the mental capacity for such things.
Okay.
If a farmer steals the fruit today but gives some of his crop to the poor tomorrow, who may decide if he's good, huh?
Let's ride.
Come on.
Yalla. Yeah!
So now they have people watch us get punished. That's a different kind of shame.
I'm not here to watch. I just saw you by chance.
What you saw was a man who paid his master for freedom, but is being kept a slave.
You can do that.
My master gave me a price for my freedom, and I saved until I had enough. Now that I've given him the drachmi, he pretends as if the deal never existed.
That isn't right. Let me talk to him for you.
Really? You do that? My name is Phaedon. I don't know who you are, but surely you were sent by the gods. They must...
They did, and you deserve their help.
I can sense something in you.
I like to think so.
Gods or not, I'm grateful. My master should be near the silver mine. He's likely overseeing other slaves like myself.
Have you always been a slave?
Since my youth. I was in the wrong place and born to the wrong family. I've been sold more than once.
And you just now got enough to buy your freedom.
More like I found a master who was willing to give me that sort of deal. I should have known he'd lie. It was my only hope, and now it's gone.
Do you often get whipped like that?
More than you know.
What did you do?
I don't always know. Not working fast enough, looking at someone wrong, asking for water. Sometimes they do it just for fun.
I'll talk to your master and make sure he listens.
He's not really the listening type.
He will be with me.
Did you need...
I'll talk to you. He will be with...
You look strong. I could always use more people to keep the slaves in line if you...
I'm already working. I'm here about one of your slaves, Fedon.
As if I know their names. You're wasting my time.
Give me a moment to explain.
That's close enough to begging for me. Fine. Speak.
There's a man who paid you for his freedom. He'd like you to follow through on that promise.
Doesn't sound familiar. But I'm feeling generous. Do something for me, and I'll give this Phaethon his freedom.
What is it?
There's a woman I'd like you to kill. It'll leave her family to fend for themselves. But the cult of Cosmos needs it done.
You're a member of the cult? If that's true, then you know who I am.
You're smarter than they make you out to be, Eagle Bearer.
Tell me why I shouldn't just kill you now.
You could. Of course, if I'm killed, the slave stays that way. And I'm the only one who knows where his papers are.
Why does this woman need to die?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you needed to know that. Wait, you don't.
Fedon said you already broke your promise once. This better not be another of those times.
Look around. I have plenty of slaves. In exchange for the woman's death...
Most people prefer to keep their cult status a secret.
You can't do a thing about it if you want to help whatever his name is. Also, it adds a bit more...
I'll be on my way.
Kill the woman or not, it's your choice. But if you want your slave friend to go free, it's the only... One person's freedom is another's demise.
Alexios! What chance that we should meet here?
It doesn't really feel like chance.
Ah, so you wish for today's topic to be about fate?
No, not really.
Good, because I had another in mind.
Attica is large, yet fate keeps bringing us together.
Ah, you're trying to bring us back to fate once again. I won't let you avoid answering my questions, though.
So how much did you overhear?
Oh, all of it. You have a difficult choice to make, clearly. How much is the freedom of one person worth? Do you believe one life is worth more than another?
There's no difference between one person and another. We all take our first breath the same way.
But are the breaths you take equal to my own? Would you not say the breath of Pericles is put to better use than that of someone in prison?
It doesn't matter which two people you compare. The answer is the same.
So, a thief is equal to a priest, a politician to a child? An interesting view.
I think I've said enough.
Ah, you're right. I know you are busy and your mind is weary.
That does sound like me.
Go now. It's been an honor having these conversations with you.
You too, Socrates.
If a farmer steals a fruit today, but gives some of his crop to the poor tomorrow, who may decide it?
What is it?
I'm not going to kill someone so you'll free Fedon, when he should have been already.
Fine. I'll find someone else to kill her, and Phaethon will remain my...
If a farmer steals a fruit today, but gives some of his crop to the poor tomorrow,
I need that bounty. No! Put it down! Put it down!
Got earth on your side.
What is it?
I'm not going to kill someone.
Fine. I'll find someone else to kill.
It feels good to strike you down.
How will I ever pay you? I owe you my life.
I'm here to see Socrates.
Alexios!
You know who I am?
Of course I do. Socrates never stops talking about you.
And you are...
His wife, of course. I'm Xantippe.
Socrates never told me he had a wife.
Typical. The only time he's quiet is when he's eating. Yet he can't find time to mention me.
So, where is Socrates? I got a note that said to meet him here.
That's what I'd like to know. He went to another symposium last night, and he didn't come home after.
Sounds like a good place to start looking.
I was just about to head there myself. Come, keep me company.
How long have you and Socrates been married?
It's been quite some time now.
What is it about him that you love so much?
Love is not the word I'd use. It frustrates me to no end.
That doesn't surprise me.
Even so, it's worth the frustration. His mind is like no other. Not to mention, he's quite a good lover.
That's not something I wanted to picture. It must be why Alcibiades seems so infatuated with him.
Don't mention that name around me. Always coming by drunk, sending Socrates gifts like giant cakes.
I didn't know.
It's fine.
Xanthippe!
What is it?
Socrates! They took him away. They said he was under arrest.
For what?
That fool! I knew this would happen to him one day. This is his doing. It's best to let these things run their course.
I can't believe Socrates was arrested. I need to find out what happened. Got to be careful not to get spotted.
She's on. There's no escape.
Alexios, what are you doing here?
I could ask you the same.
Well, here I am. Though I'm more curious about how you are here. The guards let you in?
We've known each other a long time now. You know how I got in here.
You've taught me that the blade can sometimes be necessary. But I don't think this was one of those times.
I was worried about you.
Your care is appreciated, but if you had waited only a bit longer, I'm sure my trial would have taken place and I'd be free.
You're not going to trial. We're getting you out of here.
I understand your concern, but what good would escaping do other than prove I'm guilty? No. In fact, I'm looking forward to this trial.
What if they find you guilty? And your punishment is severe?
That will never happen. I'll convince them I deserve to go free. You'll see.
What were you arrested for?
I haven't the slightest idea.
And that doesn't bother you?
Sometimes understanding does not come at the moment we would like. More importantly, this is giving me the necessary time to think.
About...
I went to see the Pythia, and she told me there is none wiser than me. An intriguing thought, and one I've been unable to stop thinking about.
Socrates, the Pythia is...
It matters not what you believe she is or she isn't. I must examine not only her words, but my own self as well. I know nothing, so how could I be called wise?
What does that have to do with being locked up?
I believe my time here and this trial may help me find the answer. I will be fine. Trust me.
I've known you for a while now.
That's true.
And you'd call us friends?
I would.
And friends share important things with one another. Is that so?
It is.
Then how did I not know you were married? From what you just said, that means either we're not friends, or that friends don't share with one another. So, which is it?
I've wondered how much of our conversation you've taken to heart. And now, I have my answer.
Were you doing anything when you got arrested?
If speaking my mind is worth imprisonment, then I suppose I was.
In the future, you may want to be more careful.
You risk life and limb every time you draw your blade. Just because it's my tongue that is sharp, doesn't mean I'm not prepared to face the consequences of using it.
Since you won't leave with me, I'll go see the Pythia myself.
That's not necessary.
I'll find out why she told you that. Try to stay out of sight.
Victory! Just die!
Ella.
Oh, no. Not you.
You remember me?
Just go. I'm too old for this.
Your last breath!
There might be a bit of blood when you go upstairs.
You again?
I'm here for a different reason.
After last time, they tortured me. I thought they were going to kill me, just like I told you. It hurt so badly, I begged for death. Just hurry and tell me what you want.
You told Socrates something, and I want to know why.
Questioning why the Pythia speaks is a strange thing.
I know why you speak, and I know who controls your voice. Tell me why the cult had you tell Socrates he's the wisest.
The cult didn't tell me to say that. I did that on my own.
The cult wouldn't allow you to do that.
Which is why I was very careful. I seek Socrates as an ally, but simply asking him to help wouldn't have worked.
An ally? For what?
I know much of Socrates. Not only has he visited me often, but his students do as well.
Get to the point.
You know the gods don't speak through me. I feel Socrates is the one who can convince others of this. If he succeeds, the cult will have no more need for me.
So you're hoping he comes to the conclusion that the gods don't exist?
It matters not if Socrates believes they exist. He needs simply to doubt that the gods speak through me.
If you just told him your words aren't from the gods, wouldn't that serve the same purpose? And much quicker?
Socrates is not the type to desire the answer so easily. He'll have more drive when he finds the answer on his own.
I understand why you think Socrates can help, but why tell him he's the wisest?
He'll delve into what it means to be wisest. It's my hope he'll conclude he's not, and therefore doubt the words of the gods.
This is getting complicated.
Whatever you do, you can't tell Socrates.
I understand. He has to come to the answer on his own.
Exactly. Although, if you truly wish to help Socrates, a student of his came by not long before you. He seemed distraught.
Distraught?
He was clutching a book tightly to his chest and kept looking over his shoulder. He told me he was going into a tomb nearby until things were safe.
Thank you. I'll find him.
Please, don't come back here again.
This is it.
Ποιος ο υπέτειος? Δις ασφαλής εν ελάβει εστί, ουκ εστί. Put it down!
Find the boy and take the barracks.
Sorry for sharing my fear of doom.
What was that?
Nothing.
This tomb is bigger than I thought. He has to be around here somewhere.
don't need to be scared now.
That doesn't mean you won't kill me. You just...
I'm a friend of Socrates.
You are?
Socrates is one of the most frustrating people I've ever known. He just talks and talks and talks. And it feels like he asks questions just so he can continue talking and talking and talking.
What you call frustrating, I call brilliant. But it's clear you know him well.
Why were those men after you?
For some reason, they wanted these writings of Socrates's. Well, I wrote them, but it's all his words.
That seems like a strange thing to want.
One of them had a big mouth. He mentioned something about the priest at the sanctuary of Athena Pronea. He said this was the final thing they needed to get rid of Socrates.
I've always been curious. What does Socrates teach you?
So much. Follow him around for an entire day and you won't be able to sleep. Your mind will be so aflutter with thoughts.
I'm not sure I'd last a whole day with him. What drew you to Socrates?
I've never met a man like him, and I don't think I ever will again. Every day with him is one worth waking up for.
I'll take care of the priests.
Thank you. And... well, please, give this to Socrates. It hurts me to say this after all I've learned from him, but I have a family. I can't risk being caught up in whatever this is.
So you're going to stop being his student?
It feels I have no choice. Maybe one...
I'll be sure to give him...
Thank you. Make sure he stays safe. The world will be a worse place without him.
That student gave me an idea. Xantippe said there was a symposium. Maybe I can convince the others who were there to help Socrates. Not sure why the priests want Socrates gone, but I need to take care of them. I need to talk to them. Maybe I can convince them to stand up for Socrates at it.
Do not students take what they learn from their teachers? What then if the teacher is wrong? Does that not simply perpetuate these wrong teachings amongst future generations?
You assume the students aren't wise enough to understand the flaws of the teacher. Think of those who came before us. First Thales, then his student Anaximandros, and then Anaximenes. Without the teachings of those before him, it's safe to say Anaximenes would not have reached the conclusions he did.
I don't think that's true at all. Oh, perhaps this new phase can offer a different perspective.
A student gets to take all the knowledge of their teacher without needing to come up with answers themselves. If they're smart, they should surpass those they studied under.
An astute observation. The time saved by receiving the knowledge allows the student not only to expand on the ideas, but to come up with more of their own. But what if the student expands on ideas without first seeking the truth behind them?
If we listen to others and take what they say as fact, we only have ourselves to blame.
So, no matter who is speaking, student or teacher, we must spend time trying to understand if what they say is even true.
Your appearance betrays you, Misthios. Clearly, you've taken on a teacher of your own.
Something like that. He's the reason I'm here. Socrates needs your help.
Socrates? Ha! If it's another debate you want, it will be hard for us to decide who hates that man more. Why would we help him?
It doesn't matter if he's your worst enemy. If they're willing to imprison someone like Socrates only for his words, what's to say they won't do the same to you?
So, you want us to help out of fear of being imprisoned ourselves?
I don't care why you help. If I hadn't said his name, would you think it was right Socrates was locked up?
If it's as you say, and it was for his words, then no.
And aren't you afraid it could happen to you too?
Of course. If we can't speak our minds, what else are we to do?
If you believe that, then you should help.
Fine, fine. You've made your point, and you've made it well. Socrates deserves our help, but we don't give it lightly.
That makes it worth even more.
We'll be on our way then. We'll gather some others as well. Make sure our voices are heard. Believe it or not, we're pretty good at causing a scene.
If you're like Socrates, that's not hard to believe.
Wow, I've never seen someone convince them so easily before.
Is that so? I guess I should feel proud. I'm surprised to see a child here.
Is there an age at which it would suddenly be okay to debate with them? What then of the night before I turned that age? Should we be prevented from doing what we wish due to the world's view of us?
I regret doubting you at all.
Thank you. There are few things greater than gaining the understanding of another.
On that, we disagree.
Disagreements can lead to even more understanding.
You're the first kid I've met who'd rather debate than play.
Don't tell the others, but I'm envious that you're a student of Socrates. I hope one day to be as well.
You're on the right path. What's your name?
Aristocles. Although I've never liked that name much.
It does sound like countless others I've heard around Athens. Why not choose another?
I can do that? Huh. My brother always had a problem saying my name, so he called me Plato instead. Perhaps I'll use that.
I like it.
Thank you. Well, I better hurry after the others. Here.
There'll be trouble if I'm spotted here. that all the priests are dead, they won't be able to testify against Socrates.
Come on!
Yeah! Yeah!
Come on!
Ella! He's right there!
Gods must be keeping you alive. Do you know how to die? Do you? How are you still standing? Easy payday.
Off we go. Now that all the priests are dead, they won't be able to testify against Socrates.
Come on!
Ella!
Careful. Don't want to be caught here.
The bounty on you!
I did it! I'm rich!
Let's hope no one notices me here. I should return to Socrates before the trial starts.
Αθωότατο σημείο. Διατίανε.
Get it down! Alaka! I will kill you! I'll still catch you! Somebody help me! Very coming for you. Get them! Attack! Somebody help me!
I need water!
Get down! By the gods, help me!
No! Ah!
Don't worry, I'm almost done with you.
Socrates, you're here.
I am. Had I been given the chance to defend myself, it would have been quick indeed. But unfortunately for me, I was let free before I could.
That's good news.
Apparently, those who had charges to bring against me were found dead. And evidence they claimed to have went missing.
It sounds like someone was looking out for you.
There were also some people protesting my arrest, I was told. I have to ask, did you have something to do with this?
Do you really need to ask?
No, but you still deserve the chance to answer.
Did you have time to find an answer for the Pythia's words?
I thought it would have taken much longer than it did, but the moment I stopped thinking about it, it came to me like a flash of Zeus's lightning.
So, do you agree with the Pythia, or not?
The gods cannot lie. Yet, I know that I know nothing. I had to understand what it meant for one who knows nothing to be called wise. I realized that though the Pythia said my name, she did not mean me.
Who did she mean then?
That is not an answer I'd yet like to voice. It's one that people may not want to hear, and I must think on how I wish to share my new beliefs with Athens.
Whatever it is, be careful. I don't want to find you've been arrested again. We should get you home. I'm sure you'll be more comfortable there.
In some ways, that will be true. In others, well, Xanthippe will decide that. Being free feels good, but I don't believe Xanthippe will be happy with me.
She has good reason to be mad this time.
We argue often about how I need to be careful with what I say and what I said. This will only give her more cause to bring it up.
That doesn't sound very fun.
Oh, you misunderstand. I love it.
You too?
People see Xanthippe and believe it is her beauty that drew me to her. But it is her argumentative spirit I lust for.
Nobody ever likes that about me.
Having my opinions and thoughts challenged helps me to refine them and to grow as a person.
And she likes these arguments?
Oh, I doubt it. But it is in those fiery moments that her spirit is strongest, like an untamed horse.
Don't call her a horse to her face.
Somebody help me!
somewhere safe, Socrates.
Was about.
With the things I do, it's sometimes hard to know.
Let's hurry back before anything else happens. Being free feels good, but
I should try to
don't
stay
believe
outside.
Xanthippe will be happy with me.
She has good reason to be mad this time.
We argue often about how I need to be careful with what I say and what I said. This will only give her more cause to bring it up.
That doesn't sound very fun.
Oh, you misunderstand. I love it.
You do?
People see Xanthippe and believe it is her beauty that drew me to her. But it is her argumentative spirit I lost for.
Nobody ever likes that about me.
Having my opinions and thoughts challenged helps me to refine them and to grow as a person.
And she likes these arguments?
Oh, I doubt it. But it is in those fiery moments that her spirit is strongest, like an untamed horse.
Don't call her a horse to her face.
I'm afraid your advice is a bit too late.
Somewhere safe, Socrates.
Wonder what that was about.
With the things I do, it's sometimes hard to know.
Let's hurry back before anything else happens.
You came back. Finally. I'm ready to return to Athens. I've had enough of Phokis and this talk of the Pythia.
You will be happy to hear I have no need for her words any longer.
Ah, then something positive came out of this after all.
I just remembered. A student of yours has been taking notes of your teachings. He wanted you to have them. What did you do that for?
Nobody asked him to write down my words.
Even so, why not keep it? Share it with others.
Because of a story I was told as a boy.
All right, let's hear it.
The king of Egypt, Thamos, was visited by the god Thephtha. Thephtha offered the invention of writing to the king and told him it was an elixir of memory and wisdom. But Thamos disagreed. He believed the people would no longer use their memories, for they would simply read instead. These written words would not offer true wisdom, but only the appearance of such.
You don't want your words written down so others can't use them to pretend to be smart.
Much like creatures in a painting, the words sit there unmoving. If you ask them a question, they will preserve a solemn silence. And no matter how many times you ask, they will only ever say the same thing. They cannot defend their message.
That's the part you like. The defense of your words.
All who speak should defend their words if questioned about them. That is why I choose to speak and not write. That is why any words of mine that last beyond my final breath will be those that people choose to remember. Those words will be true wisdom and not an illusion.
What's your plan now?
After I return to Athens, there's much I need to consider.
You'll be careful, right?
If I have to choose between saying nothing and staying safe, or speaking up and risking my life, the choice is easy.
I should get going. I'm glad you're free.
As am I, although, if you allow me, there is something.
I doubt I could stop you.
We like to believe that action means progress, but it's control that's so truly desired. The more we do, the more control it seems we have, but the less we allow for others. If we grip too tightly, we'll find we've crushed what it is we're holding on to.
Meaning?
Meaning we must sometimes let life unfold without trying to influence the outcome.
I'll keep that in mind. I almost forgot. In your letter, you said you had something to ask me. What was it?
You know, I've completely forgotten now. Take care, Alexios.
Stay out of trouble, Socrates.